केशवा माधवा केशवा माधवा जय देवा मधुसूदना जय देवा मधुसूदना केशवा माधवा केशवा माधवा जय देवा मधुसूदना जय देवा मधुसूदना नेत्र कमलधर अतीव मनोहर नेत्र कमलधर अतीव मनोहर अंतर्यामी प्रभु परमेश्वर अंतर्यामी प्रभु परमेश्वर माया मानुष वेश लीलाधर माया मानुष वेश लीलाधर देवा मधुसूदना जय देवा मधुसूदना केशवा माधवा केशवा माधवा जय देवा मधुसूदना जय देवा मधुसूदना कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की जय 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 राघव जानकी वल्लभा जय 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 राघव जानकी वल्लभा जय सुर नर वंदिता जामवंत सेविता जय सुर नर वंदिता जामवंत सेविता जय 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 राघव जानकी वल्लभा जनार्दन जगन्नाथ जानकी कांत राम, जनार्दन जगन्नाथ जानकी कांत राम, जनन मरण वर्जिता जनकपुर विराजिता, जनन मरण वर्जिता जनकपुर विराजिता, जय 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 राघवा जानकी वल्लभा, जय 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 राघवा जानकी वल्लभा, जानकी वल्लभा, जानकी वल्लभा। अतुलित बल धामं हेमशैलावदेहं, धनुजवन कृशानुं ज्ञानिनामग्रगण्यं, सकल गुण निधानं वानराणामधीशं, रघुपति प्रिय भक्तं वातजातं नमामि, रघुपति प्रिय भक्तं वातजातं नमामि। हरि ओम। Okay, let me welcome all of you once more to this second night of this yajna. We are seeing Sundarakanda of Shri Ramcharitmanas of Goswami Tulsidas Ji. A very special Hari Om to Puja Swami Siddhananji and all the devotees of Tri-State Center and all of those who are listening in other cities also. Okay. Last night when we left it, we saw Hanumanji leaving on a flight towards Lanka, and he gets there, darshan of Sita Maiya. And you will see, if you study the Sundarakanda well, Hanumanji has already gotten darshan of Bhagwan Ram, but only when he gets darshan of Sita Ji there in Sundarakanda, or here in Sundarakanda, he says, Kritakritya bhaya my mata. Now I am Kritakritya. And if you see this Kritakritya word, is there in Sanskrit text everywhere. And when that person has become fulfilled, as I have done what has to be done in life. That is the idea. So the only thing that was left now was darshan of Sita Maya, and that is what he got in this Sundarkand. But getting there involves a lot of obstacles. Life itself will have obstacles, and on the spiritual path, there will be many obstacles. And a spiritual person is expected to respond to those obstacles in a different way. That is how you tell a spiritual person from a non-spiritual person. He responds to the obstacles as guided by scriptures and all. When we left last night, we had seen that he encountered Surasa, the mother of the serpents, and she represented greed, we saw. Greed, Lobha, one of the doors to hell. And Surasa blessed him. In the end, we saw that whole katha, and he left. Now he continues, Rama kaja sab kari hahu, tum bala buddhi nidan, asisha dei gai so, harashi chaleu Hanuman. He left with joy now after getting the blessings. And I told at the end that many times what may seem to be problems in life, difficulties in life, obstacles in life, a curse, sharp, that may turn out to be a blessing in the end, And really all difficulties and all such things that are there, they are there to chasten the mind, to make the mind worthy also for mukti. All right. Hanumanji got the blessings of Surasa in the end, and he left. Now, he continues on this journey. This is now after number 2. Let us see this. निशिचरी एक सिंधु महुरहई, करी माया नभु के खग गहई। जीव जंतु जे गगन उड़ाही, जल बिलो के तिन्ह के परिछाही। गहई चाह सक सो न उड़ाई, एहि विधि सदा गगन चर खाई। सोई छल हनुमान कह कीन्हा, तासु कपट कपि तुरत ही छीन्हा। ताहि मारी मारुत सुत बीरा, बारिधि पार गयउ मति धीरा। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। श्यावर रामचंद्र की जय। निशिचरी एक सिंधु महु रहई, करी माया नभु के खग गहई। Living under the ocean was Nisichari. That's all Tulsidas writes. He doesn't put name of Nisichari. Nisichari is feminine for Nisichara. Nisichara means Rakshas. Nisichari. Ek Sindhu Mahu rahi. She was living under the ocean. Then Kari Maya Nabake Khaga Gahai. And by her special magical powers, she was able to eat all flying things. There's a dangerous fly zone. You could not fly there. That's like the Bermuda Triangle. You'll go missing. Jiva Jantu je Gagana Urahi. This is explained now. Any Jeev Jantu that was passing above, then flying above, Jalabilo Kitina Ke Parichai, and they were able to, and they cast their shadow on the water. She had this special power to pull that Jiva by his shadow. And then Gahi Chaha Sakaso na Urai. Then they could not fly anymore. Just by the shadow. Ebidi Sada Ganachara Khai. In this way, she ate all flying things. Come here. And she'll devour them. Like that. So Ichal Hanuman kaha, Hanumanji is flying there at 40,000 feet. And suddenly found he's losing altitude. He's coming nearer and nearer to the water. And then he realized what was going on very fast. So Ichal Hanuman kaha kina tasu kapatu kapi turatahi china. Immediately realized and tahi mari maruta sutta bira. The great Maruta Sutta Bira. Those of you who are keen students of this Ramcharitamanas, don't leave any word just like that. Tulsidaji just doesn't choose any word just like that. See, all flying things are afforded flight by air. If air were not there, nothing will be able to fly. You know that. They sustain themselves on air only. And air is Pavan, his father, Hanumanji's father. So his Hanumanji's father is giving everybody permission to fly. And Hanumanji, my father gave everybody permission to fly. And this Nisichari is there, she is. At that time, Tulsidashi could have used any Hanuman, just so many times he's calling Hanuman and different names. Na? But here Maruta Sutta, the son of Marut, the Pavan Devta, like that. So just now in the previous verse, Hanuman, but here Maruta Sutta. So he immediately gave one blow to that Nisichari and he killed her. She represents jealousy. Jealousy means anybody who's flying high. What you do? You pull them down. Means anybody who is surpassing me, anybody who's going beyond me, above me, better than me, higher than me, I pull them down. That is the work of jealousy. Irsha. She was pulling down and then eating. Jealousy kills. You see signs everywhere. Jealousy kills. But here jealousy is killed by Bhakta of Bhagavan. Bhakta of Bhagavan who is doing the work of Bhagavan Ram. So she gets immediately killed. Now see, in beginning, that laziness, procrastination, that Mainak Parvat. There, he did not kill Mainak Parvat. He respectfully declined. Then second, Surasa, that is Lobha. He again did not kill, but here now jealousy. It means to say what? Jealousy really has very little place in our existence, in our life. She also represents a parasitic existence. Parasites. What do you do with parasites in your garden? Or parasites anywhere? Parasites we eliminate. So it's a parasitic existence. Those who live, stenasa uchyate. Bhagavan says in Gita, stenasa evaha. So Bhagavan says anybody who takes without giving, takes from the world, takes from the society, takes without giving, that person is a thief. Parasites, they live off others and they make no contribution themselves. You see? So, like that, she also represents that parasitic existence. Those who take off the nation, just take. And in our pledge, what we say very clearly, we should produce more than which we consume and give more than which we take. This is Chinmay Mission pledge. This is what a true sadhak is supposed to do. So anybody who is living the opposite, they only taking and not giving, that person has no place in society also. So eliminated. You see? Like that. Then, in a flash, Tulsidaji says, Hanumanji reached the other side. He reached to Lanka. It means to say, when we remove a big durguna, like jealousy, any big durguna which is there, is evil trait, there are leaps and bounds forward. We move in leaps and bounds forward to our goal. So in the same line, Sochhala Hanuman, Tahi Mari Maruta Sutabira, Bari di Pad, Par, Gayo Mati Thira. Immediately he reached the other side, and he's called Mati Thira. Mati Thira means one of great powerful intellect, wise one. That person who can remove any durguna from his personality just like that, he is of course wise one. He reached the other side there to Lanka. And Lord Shiva tells in a very nice line that Uma na kachu kapi ke adhikai Prabhu Pratap jo kalahi khai. Everything is being ordered by Bhagwan Ram. There on the other side he sees all beautiful forest. Lanka is a beautiful place. Even today, those of you who have traveled to Lanka, you see most beautiful place. Pura rakhware dekhi bahu kapi manaki na vichar. Ati laguru patharao nisi nagar karao paisar. It means to say, he looked in there and he saw how well fortified and protected and guarded this city of Lanka was, and so many soldiers guarding, sentinels everywhere, and he decided that he will now enter, but he thought about it. Kapi mana keenha bichar. There are several things which are going on. From here until about the middle of the Kanda, there are two words you look out for, two phrases. One phrase is Ramakaj. Hanumanji is on a mission to accomplish the work of Ram. Ramakaj means the cause of Ram, the work of Ram, the mission of Ram. That is the idea. Ramakaj. So this word is being used continuously. Hanumanji keeps on telling, Ramakaj kine binu mohi ka bishram. Ramakaj karibeko atur in our Hanuman Chalisa. Ramakaj kari phiri mai aavo. Ramakaj all the time is coming. Ramakaj, so many places. Right? And then kapi mana kina bichar. And then he's thinking before he's acting. Thinking before acting. Lanka is so well fortified. This is a very important thing. Two very, very important phrases coming from beginning itself. A devotee is supposed to live to do the work of Ram. Do the work of the Lord. That is the idea. We know our responsibilities. Give us the ability and courage to fulfill them. Our responsibility is always towards Bhagwan only. Ramakaj. Whatever we are doing the work of Ram. That is how it should be seen. We see that we are doing our personal work, our selfish work, and we are getting our rewards, and we are living off that, and that is all selfish vision only. Only the vision has to change, and not the work. So, Hanumanji is very clear, and therefore, Lord Shiva tells to Parvati ji, there's nothing big about this really, because it is all in the name of Ram that Hanumanji is doing. The blessings of Ram is there, and it is being done now. You see. And the second thing is he's thinking before acting. Kapi mana kina bichar. See, in the number 3 this is. Number 3 doha. So he thinks how to enter this Lanka now. There. Now after number 3, you see his strategy. What is his strategy? Usually our strategy ends in tragedy. But if we think clearly and we have the Lord behind us, our strategy will always work. See here now, after number 3. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. Shri Ram Masak Saman Rup Kapidhari. लंक ही चले उस मेरे नरहरी. नाम लंकिनी एक निश्चरी. श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम. सो कह चले सी मोहि निंदरी. श्री राम जय जय राम. जाने नहीं रम सठ मोरा. बोर आहार जहाँ लगी चोरा. मुठिका एक हाक पिहानी रुधिर बमत धर नीढ़न मानी पुनि संभारी उठी सोलंका जोरी पानी कर विनय संका श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम मसक समान रूप कपि धरी. He took a very small form. It is 4 in the morning. 4 o'clock in the morning. Place is dark. So first of all, it's night time. Place is dark. Then he took a very small form, like a mosquito, this small. Then Lanka hi chaleu sumiri narahari, and he tried to enter this Lanka, remembering Narhari. Narhari is a play on the name Narhari. Narhari Das was his guru also, and Narhari is also Narasimha Bhagwan. So he remembers Narasimha Bhagwan. His Ishtadevata is Ram, and we saw in beginning. Bar bar Raghubir Sambhara. Again and again he remembered Bhagwan Ram. Twice in the first 2 lines itself, remembering Ram, he leaves for Lanka. But now to enter this Lanka Puri, he remembers Narahari, that Narasimha Bhagwan. Why? It says that Narasimha Bhagwan is the Lord who makes the impossible possible. Who came and tore apart that Hiranyakashipu, na? Hiranyakashipu had a boon. He will not die inside, nor outside, not daytime, not nighttime. He will not die by man, nor animal, like that. He will not die up, nor down. So all this boon, that boon made it impossible to kill Hiranyakashipu. So, Bhagwan always has the last word, you know. You may think that something is impossible or this or that, but Bhagwan will have a million ways to do that thing. That is the idea. And so, he makes the impossible possible. And do you know, there is no such thing. In the language of Bhagwan, there is no such thing as impossible, you know. He can make anything happen. By a wink of his eye, in this Ramcharit Manas, Lord Shiva is telling, by a wink of his eye, he can dissolve this universe. Wink of one eye. What to talk? So, that Lord who made the seemingly impossible thing possible, he is Narasimha Bhagwan. And now Hanumanji looked at this Lanka, so well fortified. It was almost impossible to penetrate this Lanka. But he thought, and then he remembered Narasimha Bhagwan, and then he entered this Lanka. Well, you know that 4 in the morning, dark, and standing there is the most loyal immigration officer you will ever find. Her name was Lankini. Nama Lankini eka nisichari so chalisi moi nindari. First of all, it's dark, then it's the size of a mosquito. Yet, I tell you, her radar system must have been most advanced, you know, with technology to pick up a little mosquito-sized being, Jiva. Oh. And how loyal she is to Ravan also. Because at that time in the morning, immigration table is closed. Who comes? But how loyal she is, dedicated to Ravan so much that she is awake, alert, aware, vigilant there, and she sees him. And then she shouts out, "So kaha chalesi, Mohinindari, oh, you disrespectful monkey, you're going here disrespecting me. means you're not. But Hanumanji has a legitimate excuse also. अरे बानर रूप में पासपोर्ट और वीजा की जरूरत नहीं. For monkey form, there is no need for passport and visa. He could go, and much that also small little one like mosquito. So he had legitimate excuse, but she would not let anything pass. You disrespectful monkey, you're going, not paying any respects to me, going in here. Then jane nahi maram satamora. You don't know my greatness, you fool. So she calls him disrespectful, then she calls him fool, then mora har jahan lagi chora. And any thief that comes through here becomes my food. And then she calls him a thief. So 3 things: disrespectful, fool, and thief. But when she called disrespectful, Hanumanji did not respond. When she called fool, he did not respond again. But when she said thief, he gave Muthika ek maha kapihani. He gave 1 blow immediately to her. And Rudhira bamata dharani dhanamani. She fell down on the earth bleeding. So the idea is, you see, if she tells he's disrespectful, really, he's going disrespecting the law and going there without paying respect to the immigration officer who is there posted at the gate. Then fool, well, that also. He's trying to penetrate a so well fortified city who nobody in the past had ever penetrated. No? And all sorts of things. Okay, I'm fool, what? No problem. But when she said thief, Bechara Hanumanji, he has never stolen even 1 apple in his life. He tried to steal the sun one time, that also did not work. So, the moment she said thief, he gave 1 blow. The idea is, and this is a very important thing now, this Lankini represents moha. Moha. Moha means delusion. Please study this. I keep telling, see, everywhere, it's just now we were studying before this yajna, the Yoga Vasishtha. And really, Bhagwan Ram asked questions to the great sage Vishwamitra ji and Vasishtha Maharaj. And it was to remove his shoka moha, dukkha and moha, sorrow and delusion. In this Ramcharitmanas also, in Aranyakand, Lakshmanji asked Bhagwan Sri Ram questions again to remove his shoka moha. And in the Bhashya of Bhagwan Sri Shankaracharya, in the beginning of Bhagavad Gita, he says that Bhagwan Sri Krishna is giving this Gita to remove Arjuna's shoka moha. Shoka moha is our problem actually. Sorrow and delusion. This Lankini represents delusion. Delusion means seeing things upside down. And we are all born deluded. We see everything upside down. Even birth and death, they are all seen upside down. Birth and death means I am not born. Natveva aham jatu nasam natvam neve janadipa. There was never a time when I was not here. I am not born. I just move from place to place. Ajo nitya shashvatoyam puranaha. Ajaha. I am. But we say I am born in such and such. And I celebrate birthday every year also. That also upside down. I'm moving closer to the grave, but I'm celebrating. Wow, 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 wow. So, from the morning time when we get up, we look towards the east and we say the sun is rising. First thing in the morning. Sun is rising. Whereas the sun never rises. We rise. The earth is turning with me on it, towards the sun. So that first vision in the morning is moha, delusion, seeing upside down. And like that, everything in our life. I am nitya, shashvata. I am eternal, unborn. But I think I am part of an infinite being. I think I am finite. Like that. So everything we think and we feel and we understand, it is upside down. And this Lankini represents this moha. And 1 blow to Lankini and all that moha was seen, now corrected, right side up. And how she represents moha? And I look here. You are working for the biggest thief in the history of human civilization who stole the Lanka, who stole all the gold, who stole the blood of the rishis, who stole the wife of the Lord, who stole everything there. And you're working for the biggest thief. And poor Hanumanji was never stolen even a banana. She calls him a thief. So, she's seeing everything. Did you ever go to Ravan one day and call him a thief? You thief? I'm working for you. I'm now going to leave this job. No. So, that one blow he gave, and she fell on the earth. And that time, she getting up and shaking off, ruffling her feathers and everything, shaking off the dirt and everything. Then when she got up, she saw everything right side up. And she also blessed Hanumanji, She told him a long story, how she was there in the court of Brahmaji, and then she was given sharp, and she came here and became Rakshasi, and was now on the guard of Ravan's gate, and this and that. She told a whole long story also. Is there. You can do some research and see that story. So now, that blow which Hanumanji gave to her is a very important thing, and that here in this Ramcharitamanas, it is called as Satsanga. And Satsanga is a very big topic in this Ramcharitamanas. Being in Satsang, Sadhu Sangha. In the Yoga Vashishta, we were seeing that there are 4 doorkeepers to moksha. 4 doorkeepers to moksha. That one is called as Shama. Shama means Manu Nigraha. Then the second is called as Vichar. Actually, the strongest doorkeeper. Strong. Then Santoshaha. And the last is called Sadhu Sangamaha. Means having satsang with sadhus. Now you see number 4. She herself tells. तात स्वर्ग अपवर्ग सुख धरिय तुला एक अंगो राम धरिय तुला एक अंग तुलन ताही सकल मिली जो सुख लव सतसंग सिया रामचंद्र की जय शरणम पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय सियावर रामचंद्र जय शरणम. Tat, just now she called, what names she called? Disrespectful monkey, you fool, you thief, like that she was calling just now. Now Tat. Tat is the most loving word. Bhagwan Ram calls his father Tat. Bhagwan Krishna calls Arjuna Tat. Like that. So, if father calls Rama also Tat. Now she calls him Tat. Tat. Swarga apavarga sukha dhariya tula eka anga. If you put all the sukha, joy of Swarga and apavarga. Swarga means Indralok, Swarga, that's Swarga. And apavarga means mukti. You put all that joy of those two of them on one side of a scale, and on the other side of the scale, you put the one moment of satsang I just had with you. What satsang? One blow. One moment of satsang I just had with you. Tulana tahi sakala mili jo sukh love satsang. The one moment of satsang will be able to outweigh all this joy of swarga and apavarga. This is her words. The idea is this satsang is transformative. Transformative. This is very, very important thing. It is in satsang where all our wrong notions and our ignorance and all such things and the cobwebs of the mind, they are all knocked out. That is the idea. if we don't attend the satsang, you know what you will end up with. You will end up with what? The same cacophony of society. One side shouting all things, and the other side shouting all things, and each side demonizing the other side, and it's going on, and you get caught in that whole thing. And everybody have their own point of view, and everybody feels his point of view is right, the other one is wrong, and that goes on and on. You'll get caught up in that. That is what society has, isn't it? Society has that not only. Sadhu Sangha, in the company of sadhus, we learn about mukti, samatvam, sukha dukhe same kritva, lava lavo jaya jayo. We learn about keeping balance, keeping in the middle all the time, the middle path, and all such things for mukti. So she said, this one moment of satsang, and really it was transformative. It transformed her from an aggressive, what do you call that, enemy type person, to now a loving friend, or like a mother. Tat, she calls him. And she also blessed him now, you see. So, in this journey, one of the things that we will have to do also is to get rid of, like we're getting rid of jealousy, to outwit greed, to leave out what you call laziness and procrastination, all of these things. But we'll also have to learn to see things right side up. For that, a lot of wrong notions will have to be given up. Lot of wrong notions, and this path coming along, evolving as a human being, we pick up all sorts of wrong things, so many, and they may have some utility value as we go along, but sometime or the next they will all have to be dropped, and we'll have to learn to see things right side up. Now, Prabhasi Nagar ki jai, sab kaja hridaya rakhi Kosalapura Raja, Garala Sudhari Pukarai Mitai, Gopad Sindhu Anala Sitalai. She tells, see again, Prabhasi Nagar ki jai, sab kaja is Ram kaja. You enter the city and you will accomplish all the work of Bhagwan Ram. Hridaya Rakhi Kosalapura Raja. Anybody who keeps Bhagwan Ram in their heart will certainly achieve everything. And with Bhagwan Ram in their heart, anything is possible. That is what she is saying. She is giving herself some discourse to Hanumanji. Anyway, Hanumanji continued now and looked everywhere for Sita ji. He looked everywhere, from house to house. Mandir pratikari sodha. Dekhe jahata aganit jodha. Gayau dasanana mandir mahi. Ati vichitra kai jataso nahi. It means he even saw Hanumanji, or even saw Ravan's palace, and Ravan was asleep at that time. Sena kiye dekha kapitehi mandir mahuna dikhi bai dehi. He saw Ravan sleeping, but he did not see Janki ji anywhere. Then, as he was looking, he came across a very nice little house, dwelling. See that just before number 5. भवन एक पुनि दीक सुहावा, हरि मंदिर तह भिन्न बनावा। रामायुध अंकित गृह, शोभा बरनि न जाई। नव तुलसी का वृंद तह, देखी हर्ष कपिराई। सियावर रामचंद्र जी जय लंका निशिचर निकर निवासा, इहा कहाँ सज्जन कर बासा। श्री राम। मन महु तर्क करई कपिलागा, तेई समय विभीषण जागा। श्री राम जय राम। श्री राम जय जय राम। श्री राम जय जय राम। श्री राम। भवन एक पुनि दीक सुहावा, हरि मंदिर तह भिन्न बनावा. He saw a very nice, beautiful little house, and in front of that house, a temple. What type of temple? Rama Yudha Ankita Griha Sobha Bharani Jai. A Rama temple with the Ankit of Ram also. Hari Mandir with the Ankit of Ram. Navatulsika Brindataha, they keep Harashik Kapirai. And there was a young tulsi plant. You know these type of like that 3 lines right there? They've had such great, deep impressions on the culture of that part of India that when people came here 175 years ago to Trinidad, they brought this. So many places in Trinidad you will see the same thing. In front of the house there will be a little mandir, and in front of that mandir there will be a tulsi plant, and all of that very much there up till now also. So the kind of impressions these lines have on culture and all, that they could transfer that way across on the other side of the globe and replicate the same thing. Amazing. So here Hanumanji sees, and he was happy. Are Lanka Nisichara Nikarani Vasa, Iha Kaha Sajjana Karabasa. Happy and at the same time curious and surprised and everything. First of all, happy that the devotee of Ram. My Ram. So devotee of Ram here in this house. Because he's seeing that Ankit of Ram means bow and arrow. Bow and the arrow. And then, second thing is, in the midst of this Lanka Puri, where just now he was going from house dwelling to dwelling everywhere, everybody was drunk and sleeping. This is called as Kamanagari. Everybody only enjoying, fulfilling desires. In the midst of that, a devotee? How it is possible? He's surprised or curious. That is the idea. Then, Manamahu Taraka Kare Kapilaga, as he was doing this reflection or this questioning in his mind, that time, Te hi samay Vibhishan jaga. At that time only, Vibhishan woke up. Now, in other words, it is revealed then whose house that was. This is Vibhishan's house. Vibhishan was the youngest brother of Ravan. Ravan had 2 younger brothers. Many brothers Ravan had. But there in that Lanka, when that Kumbhakaran was there, Kumbhakaran doesn't come up in the story because he's asleep. उठ जाग मुसाफिर, भोर भाई, अब रैन कहाँ तू सो गया. Means you are sleeping, you wake up. That Kumbhakaran always asleep. जो जागत है सो पावत है. जो means whoever is awake, they will reach that goal. जो सोवत है सो खोवत है. This Kumbhakaran, those who are asleep, they will lose. They will not achieve anything, in other words. So this Kumbhakaran was there sleeping. So what? So anyway, Vibhishan was the youngest and also a great devotee of Bhagwan. And when he got up in the morning, now see the mark of sadhu and asadhu. In Balkand, Bhagwan Tulsidaji introduces 2 words, sadhu and asadhu. One who is good spiritual person and one who is not. The opposite, you see. When he woke up, see Vibhishan. Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram, Shri Ram Jaya Ram, Jaya Jaya Ram, Shri Ram Jaya Ram. राम राम तेई सुमिरन कीना, हृदय हर्ष कपि सज्जन चीना. एही सन हाथी करी हऊ पहचानी, साधु ते होई न कार जहानी. श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम. विप्ररूप कपि बचन सुनाए, सुनत विभीषण उठी दहाए. श्री राम जय. करी प्रणाम पूछी कुशलाई, विप्र कहो निज कथा बुझाई. कि तुम हरिदासन मह कोई, होरे हृदय प्रीति अति सोई. कि तुम राम दीन अनुरागी, आयहु मोहि करन बरबागी. बोलो राम 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 सीता राम राम राम. बोलो राजा राम 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 सीता राम राम राम. सियावर रामचंद्र की जय. राम राम ते सुमिरन कीन्हा, हृदय हर्ष कपि सज्जन चीन्हा. He woke up, Vibhishan woke up, and sees the morning time. I told him, Hanumanji just came in. That's how we know it is morning time. Vibhishan is a sadhak, he will not wake up after the sun rises, you know. Vibhishan is a true sadhak. He will not get up after the sun has arisen. He will get up in Brahma Muhurt time. So now he woke up. And then Hanumanji also saw everybody was sleeping. So it was night time, early morning time. As he was going, everybody was sleeping. Ravan was sleeping also. Vibhishan woke up there. Ram Ram Te Sumirana Keenha. And he got up saying, Ram 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 Ram. In the morning time, the great habit, taking the name of Bhagwan for everything in life. Ram Ram Ram, like that. Hridaya harshakapi sajjana china. And Hanumanji was very happy. Now, oh, I met here sadhu. What a good thing. Sajjan. Ehi sanahati kari hau pehichani. Sadhu te hoi nakara jahani. By any hook or crook, any which way, now I have to meet him. I have to make my acquaintance, because there is sadhu te hoi nakara jahani. There is never any loss. This is a very famous line. There is never any loss in meeting a sadhu. Sadhu Purusha, any saint, Mahatma, Sant, in meeting, there is never any loss. Even if that sadhu takes a pot and breaks it on your head, there is no loss in that also. That will also have a great purpose. It will break on your head and you might get enlightenment. You never know. So, he said, took a sankalpa in his mind. I have to meet this sadhu. Vipra Rupatari Bachana Sunaye. Hanumanji now took the form of a Brahmana. And then Sunata Vibhishana Uttitaha Aye. Hanumanji took the form of a Brahmana and Vipra Rupatari Bachana Sunaye. And he said, Hari Om. Hanumanji said Hari Om. Maybe he had seen Chinmay Mission devotee somewhere. Anyway. And Sunata Vibhishan Uttitaha Aye. Vibhishan got up quickly and came to the front where Hanumanji was there. Kari pranam puchi kusalai, Vipra kahu nija katha puchai. Vibhishan did pranam to Hanumanji and he said, please tell me, who are you? And before Hanumanji could answer, Vibhishanji himself also now suggests, ki tuma dasana mah koi, hari dasana mah koi, more hridaya priti hoi. Means, are you some great devotee, sevak of Bhagwan Ram? When I see you, my heart wells up with joy just to see you. Ki tuma Rama dina anuragi, ayav moi karana baravagi. Are you Ram himself who have come here to give me darshan like that? Tab Hanumanta kahi sab Ram katha nija naam. See how nicely. Then Hanumanji told all Ram katha. So, what is Vibhishan asking? Who are you? Vibhishan is asking. And Hanumanji told what? All Ram katha. See the question and the reply. And in the end, after telling all of Ram katha, inside this Ramayana, whole Ramayana is given many times. Many times Ramayana is given inside Ramayana. So, who are you? Hanumanji told, Tab Hanumanta kahi sab Ram katha. And then in last, after telling all Ram katha, which is no end, Nija Naam, he told his name. I am Hanuman. But in our case, it goes the other way. We tell our name and our katha and never Ram katha. We are always prepared with our own katha. We love to tell our katha. I tell you, you must just watch your own mind. How we love to tell our own katha. Never Ram katha, but Hanumanji tells whole Ram katha. Sunata jugalatana pulakamana magana sumiri guna gram. And both of them now, one Vakta, one Shrota. Hanumanji Vakta, this Vibhishan, Shrota. One speaker, one listener. And both of them reveling in Ram Katha. They got drowned, immersed in Ram Katha. They lost consciousness as though. With their hair standing on end. Sunata Pavan. Then Vibhishan now tells to Hanumanji how he is living in this Lanka. What is his condition in his Lanka, you know? His condition in his Lanka, he says, is like, I am like the tongue among the 32 teeth. 32 teeth. How tongue is so komal, you know, soft. And teeth, coarse and hard. Like that. So I am like that tongue. And all these Rakshasas around me, they are like teeth only. That's how I am living in this Lanka. And he asked Hanumanji, has Bhagwan Ram forgotten me? Will he ever come to give me darshan? Or will he ever bless me? Like that. And Hanumanji tells, my dear, you don't ever worry. See, look at me. Bhagwan Ram has showered his grace on me also in number 7. Asamay adam sakha sunum moh par raghubir kini kripa sumiri guna bhare vilochan bhi neer. Adham means lowest of the species, monkey also. Like this. Kapi, what is it? Chanchal. My mind is so fickle. And still, Bhagwan Ram has blessed me. I have no spirituality to my credit and all. So you don't worry. Bhagwan Ram will surely accept you and bless you and all. Like that. Now, it may sound like our Vibhishan is complaining, but really Vibhishan is really telling the future. Telling the future what? I am like the tongue among the teeth, you know. Which one goes first, tongue or teeth? All the teeth fall out before the tongue. The tongue always has the last word. Literally speaking. Literally speaking. Once the teeth, they bit the tongue, you know. The teeth bit the tongue. And the tongue said, oh, I am defenseless. You bit me, huh? Okay. No problem. I will have my time. Every dog has its day. So the tongue waited patiently. And when that man was passing over there by some bar or pub or something, all drunk people were there. The tongue insulted those people. And they came out and they gave dharap and all the teeth fell out. So the tongue has the last word, you see. Even though he may be... So Vibhishan... And really what happened in Lanka? He said, I am living like the tongue among the teeth. But really, is it that one who is soft and pliable and malleable and that one like willing to bend? That one will survive. Like the little grass in the storm, you know. The little grass bend. And when the storm is gone, they come back up. And the big tough tree, they go. They fall down, never to stand again. You see? So, here, he says, I am like the tongue among the teeth, but really, he's telling what is going to happen in future. All the teeth will fall out. In old age, all teeth fall out and the tongue remain till last. Okay. Alright. Now, Hanumanji also tells you, don't worry, you have faith, Bhagwan Ram will surely bless you. But then, he tells, my dear Vibhishan, I did not come here ready to get your darshan, you know. We had satsang now, but I came here to look for Sitaji. And Vibhishan tells him, directs him how to go there to where Sitaji is in Ashoka Vatika. Vibhishan tells him, very nicely gives direction, proper direction with no GPS and all. And he reached there. But he'll reach there tomorrow when we come back. Okay. Okay. So now I will stop and then we will pick it up tomorrow. So if there are any announcements and all, you all can make, and then I'll have closing prayer.
Thank you very much, Swamiji.